Hello everybody, welcome back to the Youth Academy Challenge on FM24 with CD Toledo, and thank the maker for head-to-head and not goal difference. Let's go have a look at what I mean. Yes, hello everybody, welcome back to the Youth Academy Challenge, and oh my word, we survived with 41 points from 38 games, a goal difference of -11, and Casarino got relegated with 41 points and a goal difference of -10. Yeah, we're pretty lucky. We are pretty lucky, to be honest. We actually mixed up the formation. We'll get into that in a minute. But we have survived by the skin of our teeth. Yeah, we've got to do better next season. 38 games played, 10 wins, 11 draws and 17 losses. I mean, the draws is just monumental. We need to change those into wins and we'll be there. Alejandro Costa finished second in the top goal scoring rankings with 17. Arda Güler, which is unfair. This is what average rating. Look, Valencia B, Real Madrid B, Real Betis B. All the B team players doing really well. Very, very irritating. Player of the matches, we didn't get anyone in that. Clean sheets, didn't get anyone in that, obviously. Yellow cards, we got the joint two highest, which was Pomeretto and Paleo, our two fullbacks. Lovely stuff. But yeah, 38 games played, 10 wins, 11 draws, 14 losses, 17 losses, sorry, -11 goal difference, 41 points. Now, just comparing that to last year, right, if we go and have a look at last year, we got 41 points this year. Last year, 41 points would have been easily safe, to be honest, like much, much safer. We did score 52 points last year, so it's quite a drop off, and I'm going to put that down to the goalkeeper, to be honest, which I think is always going to be a bit of an issue. But we have our end of season review, so let's go and have a look about what everyone thinks has happened. So obviously there was no ins. Outs were Moreno and Rodri. Both of them ended up finding new places, but they were just free transfers that we left. The board have given us a C+, attempt to avoid relegation from the Spanish Federation, and we did avoid relegation. That's the closest in Football Manager I think I've ever been to being relegated. In the English League, that gets you relegated because of goal difference. So thank you for head-to-head. Yeah, we started badly. We sunk to 12th by September. Produced when it mattered and able to avoid relegation when all was said and done. That's not a very good summary because 12th is higher than where we finished. So yeah, lovely stuff. There you can go. If we hover over here, 15th, we beat them twice, which meant we stayed up. So lovely stuff. Some good results in there. Some also very bad ones for the season as well. 4-0 win was our biggest win against Alicante, who are pretty rubbish. Match, remember the 4-2 win over Real Madrid B. I'd agree with that. And the goal of the season was scored by Lozano, 25 yards out, curling effort in that 4-0 win over Alicante. The reputation has remained. It's basically the same. No new sponsorship deals. Loads of loss. No money whatsoever to speak of. Uri Perez, Sagard, Lozano, Endika and Quesada are our big shirt sellers, of which I think we're going to keep Uri Perez. I think Lozano's going. I think Endika's going, so that'll be fun. We did line up in the 5-2-3 system, or the 5-2-3? No, the 5-3-2 system for most of the season, and did reasonably well in it, but we're going to be changing next year. We didn't get anything. Your hard work and effort paid off on the pitch, and such a feat didn't go unrewarded at a season end of award ceremony. Manager awards, cultured left foot. I don't know why we've just got that there. I'm pretty sure you don't ever appear if you get anything. But player awards, anyway. Constantino, player of the season with a 7.1 average rating, got him the young player of the season as well. Lozano was our goal of the season, as we know. Top goal scorer was Costa with 17. Alba got the most assists with 8. Alejandro Costa got the most player of the match awards. Constantino got the highest average rating, and Arta Sigurdo was the most passes completed with 53 per 90 minutes. Record breaker wise, most goals by a player in a match was Costa with a hat-trick. That was the most in a league match as well, and Sigurdo has now become the most league appearances by a player with 175, which, if the Youth Academy, my previous experience with the Youth Academies is anything to go by, that record will be smashed by someone that comes through our youth team. But Toledo looked much better than relegation candidates early in the season. Few will have expected this outcome, but they gave themselves a chance and they have reaped the rewards. Excellent. And then, yeah, we had 100 games in management. We managed to stay up as well, which is lovely jubbly. Right, we finished 15th. If we look at it here, it did start very, very well. We actually went top. And then it was sort of crashing down, didn't it, around the midway point. So Yeah, not too sure what changed in the midway point. I don't think anything really changed. I mean, we went on this terrible run. I tried a different system. It didn't really work. And then went back to the 5-3-2-1. And we are playing a 4-2-3-1 wide. Of which I know the results look bad. But we were in every single one of these games. We were in every single one of the games. And we actually beat top of the league Mercia as well. So it looks awful. But it's really not. In fact, that's a good thing to go and look at. If we look at the XG table, we were 15th. We should have been 13th, so we should have been a lot safer. We have conceded a lot more goals than we should have done. Expected conceded goals 66.2, and we have conceded 13 more goals than we should have done. That is awful. Losing 9 points in the process. So 50.4, call that 50 points. As the league finished, 50 points. Look at that, it would put us all the way up to 11th, man. So, yeah, the goalkeeper is a bit of an issue, but there's nothing we can do about it. The goalkeeper is what the goalkeeper is, isn't it? That's the problem. So, supporter profile update. We lose a bunch of core. We gain some family supporters. We've gone up in social media as well. They want us to play defensively solid football. No, I don't do that. We are, yeah, okay, they're disappointed as well. The board disappointed. But possession football, set pieces, high tempo pressing, all good. We're in the wage budget again, which is good. Repair the club's financial damage. We're on course to do that as well. So they should be pretty happy with how we're doing. End of season team meeting. I'm going to do what I always do so I don't people off. I've got nothing else to talk about. A couple of negatives. And everyone else stays the same, which is generally positive. New season team report. Needs strengthening. That would be what I would be saying. 5 months out, 2 big injuries. Lozano is wanted by a couple of teams as well. So we'll have to wait and see how this goes. This upcoming season... Oh, yeah, we'll just accept that current vision. That's fine. This upcoming season, by the way, I am throwing in a lot of the youngsters. They are going to be chucked into a situation and they're going to sink or swim. This is our current senior squad with a handful of young players in there as well. We've got, as you can see, we've got a few people on zero. So Lozano is probably going to believe in, doesn't want a new contract, so he's probably out of here. Costa, I think we've offered a new contract. Yes, we have. He'll hopefully accept it. In fact, Lozano, I thought we've offered... if we go enter, does he not want to? No, yeah, he doesn't want to talk about a new contract. I'm pretty sure we've got contracts in for everyone other than... did we give one to Crusader? No, he's 33. I'm being ruthless. I'm moving people on. Endika, I didn't want to keep. Lozano doesn't want to speak to us. Costa is. Perez is. Navarro, I think, is. No, is he the one that doesn't want to chat? Yeah, he doesn't want to chat. He wants our squad to be significantly improved, which is, impossible because it's a youth academy save. So we may be losing Navarro, actually, which is a big loss. He'll be the first youth academy player to move on, which would be pretty brutal. It would be pretty brutal. But, you move on and you deal with it and you see what happens. But, yeah, so what we have then, Supreme Dave is in here now. He has his face sorted. He is going to be probably starting as right winger moving forward. Matthew Bissett is in here with his long flowing locks. He's most likely going to be playing in behind the striker. But we'll see how it goes because his passing does need to improve. Who else have we got in here that is a Patreon channel member? No one, but that's why we're here because we're going to be calling up quite a few of you, I imagine. So potentially Mr. Crimson Mori comes in as a deep line playmaker, looking very, very handsome. And yeah, he's another one that could potentially play in behind the striker. Just needs to get those physicals up. 5'2" as well, so we'll see how you progress. Alphakoff. Probably going to be playing quite a lot on the left-hand side, but your finishing means you could play up front with your pace and finishing, but we do like a little bit more of a target man up there at the moment. Jake Mills is another one looking at this left wing slot potentially over here. Oh, you needed a face, Jake. We'll get you a face sorted for the next episode. But yeah, so potentially Jake Mills could be filling in at left midfield as well. Andrew Neeson will be training up to play as the attacking left wing back on this side, or inverted wing back ideally, because he's got a reasonable right foot as well. So get a bit of movement into the team. We have Baba J, who didn't want to be called Baba J. Let me do that now. Edit the nickname. You wanted to be Ross Myberg was the name you requested, so consider that done. You also need a face in the game. For some reason, a few faces don't come into this one. Atlee Burge will be challenging for right back as well. We're looking to get some more game time for him. L2 phase up there, can play on either wing. He'll probably be getting some game time because of his physical attributes and the fact he's 6'4", and back post headers are quite a big thing. Ringle Rose has been made the goalkeeper. We're going to be getting him in and around the first team, I'm sure. And that's about it, to be honest. All the other Patreon channel members will be introduced into the game very slowly. But yeah, we've got some good potential players to be bringing in. And I think what we're going to do is call up you lot here. I think goalkeeper Ringle Rose, you're going to be sticking in the youth team for a little bit longer, just so that we can let you grow. You're not going to be chucked into the first team. And goalkeepers are general quite slow growers in this as well, so we should be all right. And then I think people like Martin Huertas and Oscar Moreno are probably ready to join the first team as well. And then we'll see how we're looking. Victor George may be needed as well because he's actually not too bad and he played a handful of games for us, 3 appearances last season. And I think he's just in a position that we're going to be relatively sure of. So we'll get him in the senior squad as well. And that does open it up to a few more potential options in players and in positions as well. And you can see we got George Pomeretta, 31-year-old, really not looking great anymore. We're going to sort of look to ease him out of the team next season and see how it goes. But appearances-wise, we were heavily reliant on Javier Navarro, who's not going to be here next season by the looks of things. Pablo Hulamo, our goalkeeper, who really isn't very good. Did get an average rating of 6.7, so not dreadful. And then we've got Tito Pelea, Constantino. Pomeretta played 32 times last year, not the best. Perez is here. He's hopefully going to get a new contract, even though he is transfer listed. We'll see how that goes. Costa as well. Endika, he's off. Alba. So, yeah, there's going to be a few people missing from next year's team that we're going to need to improve on or integrate these youngsters in. And this is, I think, I'm hoping that the season we've just had is the tough season, because there's always one really tough season in this. And this era of the Youth Academy save at the moment is sort of reminding me of when we were in, I think it was the Conference North, or maybe even the Conference League itself with Guiseley, where we were there for like 5 seasons and we were getting close and then we dropped off and then we got close and then we got closer and then we got the playoffs and then we got promoted. And I think that's sort of the position we're in at the moment, is that we've flown out of the first division that we were in. We're in this now second division where it's proving pretty tough and the relegated teams look really, really strong. And then we've just got to really make it work. So, yeah, I guess we see how it goes. And if you look at the teams that are in this as well, like, I hope Real Madrid B get promoted so that they bugger off and I don't have to deal with Ardagula or Endrick. Valencia B, Real Betis B, they could both bugger off as well, but we'll see how it goes. I mean, I don't know who's getting relegated from the Spanish second division. If we look at the league table, Lugo are coming down. They're going to be pretty good. Amrabieta, I don't know. Mirandes are quite good. Alicante got promoted from the division last season. They're coming straight back down, which is a little bit of a concern, because it does seem to suggest the jump up is pretty big into Liga 2. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. We're looking at lining up with this system next year, Clarkson's Revenge, because it's a system that I tried to implement while a Christmas song by Kelly Clarkson came on. So we've gone for Clarkson's Revenge. As I said, it worked reasonably well in terms of coming up with goal-scoring chances. It's just how well the youngsters we've got can fit in. Going to a balanced mentality suits us a little bit better. It's a mid-block, so we're not pushing up as high. We're trying to use the players we have at our ability and get the most out of them. The advanced playmaker is actually quite an interesting role, because it's more around the movement it gives rather than the passing ability. But we're going to see how it goes. I'll just show you very quickly what I mean. So let's take this one here where we played at Balearis' team. 12 shots to 15, 4 on target to 7, an XG of 1.9. We actually had the better XG of the game. So that's the first example. Katenja, they actually outplayed us 12 shots to 4, but they were like first or second in the league, so that's not too bad. We then played Marika, who were first, absolutely battered them, 12 shots to 5, 6 on target to 1, and a much better XG. So we battered them. Tarragona, a 3-1 loss. We actually started reasonably well and then just completely dropped off. And then the final game of the season against Anguillas, we didn't deserve to lose. 12 shots to 6, a 1.23 XG to 1.92. Match momentum was pretty even. Our passes completed was reasonably good. We dominated the possession, and I think that's what we're going to be looking to do next season. So if we can create chances, I think we've got strikers that can put them away and wingers that can score, and that is what we're going to be looking to do next season. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be tough, and we may need to go down to get relegated to then come back up, but we're going to see how it goes. I do have a real big concern with goalkeeper. I'm hoping the low or the mid block that we're going to try and implement means that he has less work to do. I think that's what I want to describe. But 78 goals conceded in 37 games was just ridiculous. Obviously, he's going to be one season better as attributes are concerned. He's a 2.5-star goalkeeper. And if we look at our under-19s and we look at our goalkeepers, we've got 1 star, we've got silver stars, and then we've got 1 star. The only thing we can do is try and chuck Daniel Magalhaes, who has also lost his face for some reason, try and chuck Daniel Magalhaes in and see how he gets on. Can he do any worse? I don't know. He is 5'10", so that could be a bit of a problem. But yeah, we have Andreas Miguel down here, who's not looking amazing. We have Rebelio Rosa, again, not looking amazing. And then we have Ringle Rose, who's just come in, who potentially could, again, chuck him in. He's not going to do too bad either. But this is the problem we have with a youth academy save, is the goalkeeper. And there's nothing we could do about it, right? Because Manu Gavilan just retired. He was just like, no, I've had enough. Not Manu Gavilan, sorry. Yauko just retired and had enough. And that was it. It was like, see you later, job done. So ideally, in a youth academy intake soon, we need an elite goalkeeper to come through who is already going to be like 2 or 3 stars, and they are pretty rare. I'd say they're as rare as snow on Christmas Day in Singapore. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. But the squad is okay. It's a bit higgledy-piggledy in terms of current ability, but potentially wise, we have got a lot of good players against this current squad that we've got. So I'm looking forward to see how we get on. Biggest annoyance is the fact that Javier Navarro is going to want to leave, and he's going to move to Alicante, which means he's probably going to play against us next year, because he was progressing nicely, he was looking good, and yeah, just doesn't want to talk to us. He believes the Toledo squad needs to be significantly improved before he extends his contract, which is a right pain in the arse. Yeah, very, very annoying. But that is the end of season review. We do stay up by the skin of our teeth. We'll be back about 10 or 15 games into the next season, and there'll be an update then. Have a very happy Christmas. There will be videos over the Christmas week, even though I'm not in the country. I'm hoping to pre-record and get some out. So enjoy, and I'll speak to you all in around about the new year. But thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Have a very good Christmas. Enjoy the time with your family, friends. Eat too much, be merry, and enjoy the time. For now, I'm out. Cheers.